is Jodi. Thanks for joining me today. I have a fun card to show you that has lots of new Stampin' Up! Products on it. The stamp set as well as the colors and designer paper are all new. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the base of the card. This is one of our new in colors for 2014 to 2016. This one is called Hello Honey, and the dimensions are 8.5 by 5.5. So I will use my bone folder to fold that in half. My next layer is another new in color, and this one is Blackberry Bliss. This is 4 inches by 5.25. And we'll just go ahead and layer this directly on the card. The next layer is from a designer paper stack like this. It's called Moonlight, and it's got lots of new patterns with some new colors. You see the Hello Honey again in Blackberry Bliss, and this blue is another new in color called Lost Lagoon. So I took this piece out of the pack, and the measurements on this are 3.25 by 4.5, and I'll just attach that next. You can see all of our designer paper is double-sided, so there's a fun pattern on the back too. So we'll center that on there. And then we'll go ahead and start stamping. This is just a scrap of some white cardstock, Whisper White, and this is the Blackberry Bliss ink pad. So I'm going to use this with a new photopolymer stamp set. This is called Endless Birthday Wishes. Now this stamp set is a great value. It's only $13.95, and it's got 27 different stamps in it. So the thing with photopolymer, and you can kind of see here, photopolymer needs to be cleaned right away. It works great to clean with the regular Stampin' Mist cleaner. However, if you stamp with a darker color like Blackberry Bliss and you leave it out for a while, it's not going to completely, it's clean. I shouldn't say that. It is clean, it just stains it a little bit. It won't come off on any other project. So if that bugs you, make sure you clean your stamps, your photopolymer stamps right away, and you won't have to deal with that. So when I use this, I'm going to take my clear block, this one happens to be C, and set it right on the stamp and just very gently ink it up on the ink pad. You can just kind of turn it over, make sure it's all inked up. And this I'll just stamp in the middle. I'm going to cut it out with the Big Shot, so it's not critical for it to be centered. And then I'm going to use this little stamp that says Celebrate. Ink that one up. And this I'll stamp right underneath. What's nice about the photopolymer stamps is that because they're totally clear, I can see exactly where it's stamping. And so that just helps me get things lined up just how I want them. Okay, so I'll close this ink pad and go ahead and grab my framelit. The framelit that I'm using is from the Chalk Talk package, and this is my Big Shot with my magnetic plate right here. So I'll set it on, line up the framelit over it. It's nice with the magnetic plate that it just kind of snaps down right where I want it to go. And then we'll put the cutting pad on top and crank that through. And then this will just pop right out of the cardstock. Now what I want to do before I add it to our card base here is just take some scissors. Just going to cut the bottom off of this so that it's a straight edge. And then I'll go ahead and take some Stampin' Dimensionals and put that right on the back of here and add it to a piece of Hello Honey cardstock. The Hello Honey piece is 3.5 inches by 2.25. I'll just set it on like this, and then take a little bit of this new stitched satin ribbon. This is a gorgeous ribbon. It's very soft. It's the Blackberry Bliss color. So we'll just add this around the bottom here, and I'm just going to tie this in a knot at the bottom here. I don't usually do bows. Knots are just lots easier. So I'll do that. And then just use my scissors here to trim a little bit. And then I'll just use my regular adhesive again to attach this to the card. Right in the middle. And then the last thing I want to do on the front here is just take some of our rhinestones, make sure I grab the adhesive on the back, and just, oops, that one got turned over. Just kind of randomly place them around the edges just to give it a little bit of bling around the edges like that. The last thing I want to do is stamp this greeting inside, and I want it to say, hope it's an awesome, whoops, upside down, awesome birthday. So if I line that up here on my scrap paper, and then I can just set this block over it and pick them all up at the same time. It's almost like it's one big stamp. And then I'll pull my Blackberry Bliss ink back in, ink that up carefully, and then go ahead and stamp that right on the inside of my card. There you go. So a quick and creative card made with lots of fun new products from Stampin' Up! Thanks so much for watching. For daily creative inspiration, visit my blog or find me on Facebook at Jodi Reinert Stamps.